Darlene Lynch, 32, and her partner Nigel Birmingham, 34, welcomed their first child, Cillian, in December 2021, but had just 10 weeks to enjoy parenthood before Darlene was rushed to the hospital with severe hemorrhaging. At the hospital, Darlene was stunned to learn she had suffered a molar pregnancy, a non-cancerous tumor that develops in the uterus as a result of a non-viable pregnancy. Doctors were unsure if this had formed from part of the placenta or if her newborn likely had a twin who had not fully developed. Also, if you have not done so already, please subscribe to our channel and click that notification bell to get inspired by these real-life stories every day. Now, back to the story. After initially being informed that the tumor was precancerous, social worker Darlene, who now lives in South Melbourne, Victoria, Australia, found out she was actually fighting a rare form of cancer called choriocarcinoma, which affects only 1 in 160,000 pregnancies. Darlene, who is originally from Croghan County, Offaly, Ireland, but moved to Australia in 2012, said, "When I was first diagnosed, it was hard, but I didn't have time to think about it. I went into the hospital on Monday, and by the Friday, I had my diagnosis, and on Saturday, I started my treatment. When the oncologist said it was cancer, we were upset. My partner was probably a lot more upset than I was because I was already kind of prepared. I think in my head, I already thought it was cancer, so was thinking of what to do next. I was half focused, whereas my partner was still processing it, and he felt quite helpless in it all. And when you're looking on and it is a loved one, you don't know what to do. They aren't 100% sure if Cillian was a twin and it lay dormant and didn't come up until after he was born, or if it was formed from part of the placenta. But they weren't able to do a biopsy to determine this, as my body had created 4 antibodies, which means that I couldn't get any blood transfusions for an operation. It is difficult to be a new mom, and you do feel like that time has been taken away a little bit, and that can be hard. I had intentions of being a part of mothers' groups and taking him to swimming lessons, and I can't do that because there's a high risk of infection." The new mom was confronted with the news that cancer had spread to her lungs when first diagnosed in March 2012. However, through grueling chemotherapy, Darlene received the news that the tumors have now halved in size. Throughout her hospital visits for treatment, Darlene has encountered nurses who were left puzzled by the rare cancer, with many even having to Google what it was. She said, "When I was in the ward, I'd speak to the nurses and they were like, 'We've not heard of it before. We've not had cases of it before,' and they'd say, 'We had to Google it.' So sometimes when I'm speaking with some of the nurses, they wouldn't have come across it before. Even some of the doctors would have had only a few cases before. Even one doctor only had 1 case with it before. It's quite rare. It can travel to the brain. The brain is the next place it goes, but I was quite lucky it hadn't gone to the brain. And the fear was these masses have such a tendency to bleed. That's why I had so much bleeding. And if it had gone to the brain, or if there were bigger masses in the lung, it would be quite dangerous. The last time I was in the hospital, I had some issues with my chest. They thought I might have a clot in the lung. So I had to have a CT scan. Luckily enough, I didn't have any clotting, but from the scans, they were able to see that the tumors had halved in size. Due to the rarity of choriocarcinoma, Darlene was taken to Instagram at my_choriocarcinoma_journey to raise awareness of the condition, sharing her story and providing support to others. She said, "I think at the beginning I felt it was a really isolating diagnosis because I couldn't find anything about it. Through my Instagram page, I've had people from all over the world reach out to me who have had it before and who have gone through it and are going through treatment. It can help someone else in any kind of way. It's not just there for me. It's there to provide accurate information about choriocarcinoma and support services along with my story. I've been so lucky that I have my little family in Cillian. They're brilliant and they've been fantastic. I'm lucky." If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up and consider sharing it with someone who may find it interesting. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you in the next one.